Hi everybody, Helen here. Today, this will be the first video for this channel. As I said in my intro, the first book that got me into collecting these books with the sprayed edges is The Binding by Bridget Collins. So this is the first book that I'm going to review. But before I do that, I just want to say that I understand there is a cost of living crisis on, and a lot of people might not be able to afford buying hardback books like this. I'm in a very privileged position where I can afford to do that. But if you do see a book on here that you like and you think, I would honestly like to read that, there are several options. You can either go to the library. A lot of these books here will be in paperback form. You can borrow it from a friend, or you can download it on a Kindle. Any of those options is perfectly fine, but for me, for this channel, I'm going to be reviewing a hardback version signed with the sprayed edges. With that, let's begin. So this is The Binding by Bridget Collins. I bought this at the place that I work because somebody donated it to the second-hand bookshop. As soon as I saw it, I thought to myself, yes, that book is coming with me. So, the first things first, obviously, the cover is amazing. As you can see, you have these embossed gold detail, which is really lovely. And that continues on the spine and also on the back. With this hardback book, which I didn't realise until I took the cover off, in its naked form, it is also embossed. Now this is really unusual because I've had a look at some of these other books and a lot of these are just plain on the inside. But the fact that they've gone through the time and the trouble to emboss this, big thumbs up. Now then, before we start, I'm not going to go through the whole story thing. That's not what this channel is about. I'm just going to talk briefly about the book as a whole. There are other channels where people go through the ins and outs, the whole story, the complexities and everything else, but I'm not doing that here. For me, I'm just going to look at the book as a whole, talk briefly about it, and then just give an overview. So, when I first picked up this book, I didn't realise it was signed. So for me, that was an added bonus. And also, it is, as you can see, a 1, which means this is a first edition. Quote me if I'm wrong, and please let me know in the comments. The other good thing about this book is it comes in 2 parts. So part 1 is illustrated. Let me see if I can find part 2. Probably not. I think it might be a little bit further back. Give me a shout if you see it. Next time I'll put a bookmark in. That way it might make it a little bit easier. But anyway, part 2 of this book is also illustrated. Let's see, possibly. Nope. Okay, I'll find it later on, don't worry. So that's a nice touch to the outside of the book. Again, nice design. I mean, as a writer, I design my own front covers as well, so I can really appreciate the time and effort that goes into these. Now, as far as the book is concerned, for me, the characters are good. They are really, really good, and you find yourself immersed in the world of the binding very, very quickly. And for me, I like that. So another thumbs up on that for that. The storyline flows really well, which I really, really like. And ironically, this is a book about books. The writing style is neat and to the point. No fluff, no fuss, which is another thumbs up. I don't like these books that have all these added bits and pieces in and very just complicated titles and complicated writing styles. It's not for me, but that's just a personal thing. Some people like that and some people don't. I like a book that's character driven, that you can really kind of get behind the characters and really feel an association with them, because then you obviously want to read more. So that kind of simple writing style and the story that flows really well and the engaging characters makes the binding a 8 out of 10. There are some bits of it that I was a bit like, a bit confused with, and a bit sort of, I could have thought that you could have sort of left that out a little bit, maybe just a little bit long-winded, but that is probably Bridget Collins' style, and as a writer I appreciate that, and as a reader I understand that. Everybody has their own way of writing, everybody has their own style of book that they like to read, but all in all I would definitely give this an 8 out of 10. It was a very, very good read, and the fact that I couldn't put it down was great. The only thing I will say is with these sprayed edges, like some of these up here, I would have personally preferred this design on the front of the book here. So this design here to actually follow along the bottom of the book. I know I've got some here and here that are plain, and that's fine, but I just think it's such a beautiful ornate front cover that it seems a real shame not to continue that design along the bottom and also along here. Even if you have it just on one edge along here, I would have actually preferred that, and that would have made the book super duper special. But again, that's just my personal opinion. So all in all, if you want a good read and something that's very interesting and a very unique story point, a book about books, then this would be the book for you, and I can highly recommend it. Just to let you know, I will be uploading videos every Monday morning. So if you do want to know when the next one's coming up, just press the buttons down below, subscribe, and they will tell you. Until next time, take care. Bye.